You know, you heard of Baphomet?
Yes.
It's Baphomet. Yeah, the androgynous god. It's a symbolic thing, you know? Have you noticed it even in the Olympics with the satanic stuff?
Hey, there's something you were saying about Kamala Harris. She says, don't say that, that's racist. She apparently keeps doing this symbol, this thing with her hands. There's this entity which Louis the Philip the Fair, King Philip IV of France, in the 14th century, got hold of the heads of the Knights Templar, had them arrested and burnt at the stake, allegedly for worshipping Baphomet. And this may have been cooked up because the Knights Templar were rich at this point. So I'm not going to say this was justified, but it goes back a long way, that particular entity, in Catholic history.
It's an entity, it's found in Freemasonry. And if you look at the British establishment, they're all into Freemasonry. You know that?
So,
if you look at the MI6 building, right, and you Google Gardens of Babylon, the whole architecture of it is like the big buildings in the temple in the garden.
Okay.
It's all symbolic, you know?
Right. It's interesting. You go a long way into this. I personally haven't. I've got just a video on Washington.
It's like 9/11. Actually, when I watched 9/11, I believed it all, right? I found it weird that they found the passport in the rubble.
Oh yeah. Perfectly preserved.
Really weird. How did they find an intact passport?
Well, just tell him what that was. They found this passport which is perfectly preserved. Oh, and that's one of the hijackers. That just shows that it must have been these guys.
So as the years went on, more and more serious people like engineers and architects said it could not have happened. And then it came out that some of the guys were FBI informants allegedly involved in it. And the fact that it just seems so far-fetched. And then engineers and architects saying buildings cannot only fall symmetrically when it can control explosions. We had 3 buildings falling symmetrically. Normally, if a building spontaneously collapses, it falls asymmetrically. You watch buildings when they just collapse. You get one part of the structure goes first. In fact, if you go look at World Trade Center Building 7, the 3rd building that collapsed, you watch videos of it, there is a maintenance building on the roof, and that goes down a few seconds before.
What part on the roof?
There's a maintenance building on the roof.
Right, okay.
Of the 3rd building that collapsed, where the CIA had offices. And that collapses about a second and a half before the main building. But now that people have gone into it and they're showing controlled explosions going off as the towers come down and stuff, you're getting flashes. And they use something called nano explosives.
Oh, I was talking to this nanothermite, for example.
Yeah. So the evidence is mounting and they're suppressing it.
Yeah.
And the original, like the Kennedy assassination inquiry, was all rigged. The inquiry into 9/11, the commission was all rigged.
Yeah.